Yo, what's going on, everybody? I hope y'all having a good night. So for the last hour and a half, man. By the way, this is KC Bodyguard. Y'all already know him. Let me go ahead and put the names up real quick, so that way everybody know who they talking to here. Because this brother, I got to give him a shout out, man, and accolades, because he's been doing a lot. You know, you do a whole lot, bro, especially when it comes to all missing cases, right? Missing kids and all of that, but more specifically for Janiyah McMichaels Rogers, man. I'm sure my audience already knows about this case. I've shared it before. We did lives about it together, and I share your stuff. But you know, man, I've been watching for the past hour and a half, these lives from that chick Pebbles,
Right.
right? And I seen the interview that she did with Jasmine, which is the mother of Janiyah, and
Right.
it was crazy. And I know you probably got a lot you want to say about that. And right now, I was listening to her talking with the grandmother. Who shout out? I got to give a shout out to the grandmother, bro, because since day one of this whole thing, like you, the grandmother has been out there, boots on the ground, man, and searching for her grandbaby. And she's been very vocal and very honest about things, like calling it out, even though things are implicated with her daughter that's got
Right.
something to do with it. She's been saying it, like she's been very vocal. So shout out to Dalia. And the reason why I'm doing this live right now, you guys, is because this case it's got so many questions. This little girl's still missing. She's been missing since August 11th, maybe even before, but I don't know now, because what you just did an interview with, who was that, the step granddaddy.
Uh, yeah, Kiara's stepfather.
So give people a rundown real quick so they know what we're talking about. Just go ahead, brother.
So, um, man, man, this this case from the first time that I actually, jumped on it, man. Um, I allowed it to take a lot out of me. It's very emotional. Um, excuse me.
No,
Um,
I get it, bro. It's all right.
see, what a lot of people don't understand is, um, I'm not a activist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am an activist because I advocate for the missing, lost people.
Yeah, missing children in this country is a pandemic, bro. It's like it's crazy. So I appreciate you for the work that you do, brother.
Okay, I appreciate. And then, but outside that, I am a licensed private, detective
Yeah,
through the state of Illinois. So when I come on board, you know what I'm saying, I'm bringing on board not just someone who have experience with organizing marches, rallies, and etc., but the voice for the missing people. On top of that, being a private investigator, which
yeah,
allows me to dig deeper into the case. So me come to the table, I have a lot of different resources that I could, bring to the table. Not
right.
just people don't understand. It's more than just physically getting out there,
Yeah.
passing out flyers and,
No,
you
you
know,
boots on the ground, bro. You
yeah,
out there, you
literally,
really investigating. You knocking on doors. I seen videos of you going to people's houses looking
right,
for this little girl, man.
yeah,
And it's crazy because she's still missing. And then I'm listening. So this is what gets me. I'm listening to the interviews of the mother and Pebbles, and instead of asking about Janiyah, this whole thing turned in, because I personally, look, I'm not trying to throw no shade on nobody's name, right? But at the same time, this woman wasn't talking about Janiyah at all. It was more talking about herself. And then Pebbles, missing, lost in traffic, is sitting up there smiling. I'm noticed her whole demeanor's changing when the lady gets to trying to smear your name, which you was out there looking for this little girl, more than anybody, more than anyone. And while this woman is sitting up here smearing your name, she's up there smiling about it and allowing it to go on, instead of asking the question, where is this little girl at?
yeah,
Where is Janiyah? Where is she at? And it seemed like that live was more about trying to smear you than bring attention. So not to get on that because I don't want to do like they did. I'll allow you to, to defend yourself on here, of course. But I want to know, you just got done interviewing the what is it? He's, I guess,
Uh,
the step mom, because the chick is gay, right?
right.
Kira and Jasmine are
Correct.
a LGBTQ couple,
Right.
and she's basically the stepmother of Janiyah, which there's been allegations against her about things that happened with Janiyah, on top of her father,
Right.
which there's allegations against him saying that he did things to this little girl and
Mm.
possibly allegedly had something to do with
Correct.
her being gone. So
Correct.
talk to me, man, and let me know, how did the interview go? What was it that he said, and what do you feel?
So for me, when it come down to um, the private detective part of it, I choose to work by myself and move how I want to move. Uh, it's so many different tactics that I use to get information. You,
I
if you
get it.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
understand.
uh, in that situation, I want to talk about everything. So, I'm not sure if people actually heard the recording and the Jasmine so-called played. So that was me in the recording. And um, before I reached out to her, what I'm saying, I basically was uh, thinking of ways where I need to utilize one of my tactics, which normally would get someone to confess or talk more than they realize they're talking. So I reached out to Jasmine and Kiara. So, of course, I wanted to kind of switch the roles, you know, uh, instead of them talking to them like they're suspects, like I always have said, and I'm still saying, you
Mhm.
know, I, because it's obvious that they're not that smart. So I decided to kind of switch roles to make them feel more of like a victim.
So what was he saying? Because I haven't had a chance
Oh,
to
are
watch
you
your
talking
your.
about the grandfather?
I'm
No,
talking
I'm
about the
telling you.
grandfather. I'm talking about the grandfather
Oh,
because
so basically, okay. Basically, when he came on my live, he reached out to me because he was saying that the lady Pebbles have been, I guess, slandering his name for so long, and she blocked him for even coming on her platform to speak up for himself. And he wanted to know if he come on my platform, which I have no problem at all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Uh, to speak up for himself. You know what I'm saying? So I opened my platform and I allowed him come on, and then Kiara mom came on. And, I did more listening than I did talking.
Right.
So, they came on, I guess he was trying to clear his name or whatever. And uh Kiara mom was trying to, kind of back him up, to clear the air as far as them two. So the problem came in with can I curse on here?
Yeah. Say what you want to say, brother.
Okay.
Talk how you want to talk.
Okay. So the problem came with me and Big Girl Pebbles because the same people that she was slandering their name on her platform, and she was releasing false information that indeed was, has gotten a lot of people in trouble by going out there following up um following up, for something that Pebbles had put out there.
Okay, so what you mean by that? Because I'm gonna be transparent with you, right? So me watching her page, I'm under the assumption that this man that we're talking about, which is the grandfather, had something to do with Janiyah. Allegedly, had something to do with Janiyah's disappearance. Uh, she was saying stuff about this dude possibly took this little girl's, body and, you know, hit her off somewhere. and
See,
did things to her and all this stuff. So I haven't watched your interview yet with him. What do you think about that? Is that the case? Is that what you're referring to when you say about allegations being made
right,
against somebody?
right. So again, what Pebbles do and how she uh, run her platforms is totally different how I do my investigation. So the difference between me and Pebbles is Pebbles, she search around to grab different information and bring it together to make a post about it.
She makes a
We
narrative.
right. We seen that with several other cases.
I'm seeing it live right now while we're doing this. She's
Right.
doing it now.
Me personally, I physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I get dead into the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like boots on the ground in the trenches with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because I allowed this man and Kiara mom to come on my platform and speak about how they felt about Pebbles, she had a problem with that.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say that me and Pebbles never been friends. So for her to go, she been posted about me since yesterday morning. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person where if I don't send for you, don't come for me. And
Right.
I feel like she came to me, came to me, and I just sent for her. And enough is enough. So now I'm going to react on it. But to back to them, my whole thing is with this is, and what the public needs to understand is, if Nathaniel, which is the trucker, Yolanda, Kiara, mom, and even Kiara have something to do with the disappearance of Janaya, that's going to it's going to be let out. For me, my main focus is Jasmine and Michael, because what happens when you cut the head off a snake?
The body dies.
Exactly. Jasmine and Michael is the head of the snake.
I
So I'm
believe
not
that.
going to waste my time uh uh putting no energy into focusing on Nathaniel, Kiara Mama, or even Kiara. Because in my eyes, it don't matter if Janaya ran away, if she was kidnapped, or whatever.
She needs to
If
be found.
she needs to be, not just she needs to be found, but Jasmine.
Mm. Lost him. We lost him. I don't know what's going on here right now, but okay, yeah, I guess he's gone. Bring him back in. But I want y'all to hear this while
He
we
has
wait.
multiple residences for
This is the
some
lady that
reason.
we're talking
He
about.
has two
Pebbles.
places. He has an apartment on Carolina Street. He has Virginia Street as well. It's listed as his business address. It's an apartment. It's like another apartment complex, if you're familiar. Not, it's like two different ones, right? So I'm going to give up all that information, except for I can't give out exact addresses, but cities that he has ties to, the cities that his trucking company has ties to, because I want anyone who believe they have seen anything suspicious in connection to with any semi truck that has been in, whether it be the white one or the black one, to call the FBI. And I'm serious about that. And so there has to be some closure. There's just no way that they have been acting the way they've been
See,
acting
she
and
doing it
being
right now.
so, and I hate to go on and on, but so overprotective and allegedly harassing people, shooting at people, all of that. Why were y'all participating in all of this if you had nothing to hide? You get where I'm coming from?
Yes,
If you had nothing
exactly.
to
And
hide.
any addresses, any streets, just because I stopped watching these lives a long time
Mhm,
ago. I'm not on here
mhm,
like that because for one, because it
mhm.
hurts me, because that's my granddaughter, and it's she just is. you know, everything. I had even seen somebody send me some about a YouTube that they made a video about it. You know, it's just, this is just all ridiculous. You know, I don't watch this
Yeah, I
stuff
understand.
because I'm very
Yeah.
emotional. And I do have my grandchildren, and I don't have time, just like I don't have the time to search. Only when they do go out to their visits, you know, to see mom or whatever, then I would go out, you know, for the little time that I have. And so yes, please, just if you could send it to me, send me through messages, messenger,
Yeah, I sure
whatever,
will.
and me and my family will go out and look. And you know, I don't go out alone because, you know, of what has
Yeah.
happened, and I have to be mindful that I'm still caring for my
Right.
grandchildren. But yes, I appreciate it.
I'll
And
send you the
yes, I mean,
information directly to
eh,
you. Yes, absolutely.
yeah, anybody, I mean, you have a lot of followers, everything and anything. If there's something small that you think that you could remember, it could be something big for us, you know. And like any little tip that, you know, we come in, any tips or anything that we get, we follow up, you know, because we have to make sure, you know. And Chief, no, what's that, sheriff, is he a sheriff or a chief? Cannon, is it Cannon?
Yes,
He's a
Derek
chief.
Cannon, Chief.
Is it Derek?
Yes, that's his
Cannon?
name.
Yeah, okay,
Derek Cannon.
okay, okay. He has,
So the
he
people that's
reaches
talking
out
right
to
now
me like
is the
every other week.
grandmother,
You know, he
Dalia,
has been doing
Okay,
that,
that's
and
so
great.
I'm real appreciative of that.
Pebbles,
As
missing
far as
lost
the
in traffic.
detective Faison, or however you say his
Phasing.
name, he's not good on reaching back out every now and then. When, you know, when I'm sending stuff, you know, I gotta say, please let me know you're getting it, you know, let me know you got this, because I've done send millions, anything, even because I've gotten ransoms, you know. Anything that I get, I send to him, and he's reached out maybe a total of 2 times. That's about it. But
This
that's it.
is this.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry. It's just
no, go
something that
ahead.
was coming back to me.
Go ahead.
Here's a date that's significant. I listen very closely, which is important. I do a lot of talking, but I do a lot of listening. So I listened to the live stream with Kevin Collins and
Yes, you do.
Nathaniel, and the whole stream was supposed to be about bashing me, but see how God works. God
Yeah.
worked it out in a way that there were some things that Nathaniel shared where he really didn't he didn't do himself any service. And so I was listening to what
Right.
he was saying. I was writing down the dates, and I was just putting 2 and 2 together. Here is what he's confident of. He's confident of because he's shared this. And here's what Jasmine McMichael is confident of. They're confident of that there is no DNA evidence or any kind of evidence that would link at least them to a crime in her apartment, right? So he has
Right.
shared that they didn't find anything. He gloated about that. They didn't find anything. They're not going to find anything. I told them to search my cars. He didn't tell them to search his trucks, and they didn't have a warrant. He also mentioned June 29th. He wanted to go on and on about there was no way that she came up missing June 10th, because he said, and he swore by this, that on June 29th, he went to a birthday party that your granddaughter, Janiyah McMichael, was at on June 29th. So
I'm about to pull that
he
interview up
says he
because I
goes
haven't
there
seen
on
it.
June
I want to see
29th,
it.
but then he also made sure to include on that same day, he rented. I got all of this is recorded, downloaded, all of this. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
You know, I got it. It's stored, it's all of that. On that same
Right.
day, he said that he rented a car, which I thought was odd, and he went to Eastern Illinois for work, to start his new job. So I was trying to figure out, he knew that he needed to say June 29th for some reason. That I need to, this is important because maybe it's documented somewhere, maybe on camera, I'm not sure, that he definitely was in the same room or same place with Janiyah on June 29th. So he said, yeah, on June 29th, I went to he didn't say her birthday party. he didn't even really explain who birthday party it was. He did want to make it be known, I went to a birthday party she was at. You 62 years old. You said that same day you also rented a car because it was so important you had to drive to Eastern Illinois, which isn't more than 2 hours away, correct?
Right.
This is what he said. He can never take it back because I got it now. If Colin's whole page get deactivated for whatever reason, God forbid, I got it now. I got it. I got part A of the live, 38 minutes, and soon as I can get things processed, and I'll have the rest of it up. There was a lot of things shared. So I believe June 29th in terms of a real timestamp, in terms of figuring out how and getting some type of camera footage and where, and tracking him down in terms of they need to track his phone records, the towers. That's how they got Brian Laundrie in the predicament he is. If you heard of not, I know what I'm trying, not Brian Laundrie, but it's another person that he killed some people. They were able to track down his location data is what I'm mentioning. So if they're able to track down his phone location data in terms of between June 29, June 20, or any time in June, where did he go? Then they can figure out, did he go some places that had cameras, businesses, gas stations? For any reason, was Shania actually with him on June 29th? You get where I'm going with this?
Yes. Yep.
He knew that he needed to say this. He needed to say, because there's probably some evidence that he definitely was in the same room or same whatever with her on June 29th. So I want you to and he needed to say he rented a car. That he made sure I rented a car and I traveled to Eastern Illinois to start my new job. I did all this on this day. And I thought that was all strange. You get where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you, as you're saying that, and they're thinking that they're gonna he's clearing himself, you're fucking yourself. That's what you're doing. Because you sound, like you rehearsed this, and just like Jasmine, she was being coached while she was doing this live.
Yeah,
So
that's what I felt too when I was
that's what
watching
they
it.
do. They role play.
She sure was.
Because the kids, when I had called
Kept looking over
CPS,
at her
they said
girlfriend.
when they know that CPS is coming out, they role play with the kids. And if they don't get the answers right, they get the shit slapped out of them till they answer the questions right. They role play.
I heard that
Because
same
when
thing from
Jasmine
people
had
inside the
called me
house.
before, she was trying to when the kids, when we did get caught, when the kids took when Jose took up there some cupcakes, and I told her, I said, Jazz, it was on me. It wasn't the kids. It was on me. I knew it was the last day. Just let them have the cupcakes. That's all I did it for. And she was saying, no, you got caught, and this is why I don't let them talk to you, Jazz. Okay. She said, you didn't tell me nothing, so I'm playing along with her. Okay. I'm sorry that I didn't, get in contact with you, and we did it that way. Don't take it out of the kids. I said, because it was like 50 cupcakes and juices. I said, just take it to the kids at home. Just let them have it. She did not let them take it home. Jose had to return everything, because what am I going to do with 50 cupcakes and juices? And I don't have no kids at home. So he took it back, and she was trying to like have like a little counseling type on the phone with me, and I said, Jazz, this ain't that. I'm not doing this shit with you on the phone. You ain't no fucking counselor, and whoever the fuck you with ain't no counselor. You trying to, have a phone conversation with me like we're doing some counseling shit. No, this shit is stupid as fuck, because she was trying to question me and all this shit, because that's what the fuck they do, and that's what they do to these kids. So, and as you could see, she was being coached on this shit, just like even when at court, she's always like that, and that's how these kids were too. So it's just a sad situation. Like
So, just for everybody that's just tuning in right now, we're talking about Janai McMichaels. This is a stream that is actually going on right now. That is the grandmother, Dalia James, who's been boots on the ground, just like KC Bodyguard, out there trying to find Janiyah. She's been missing since August 11th. Missing children in this country is crazy, and this is close to home for me. This is Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And this little girl's been missing. So right now we're just listening in, and then we're gonna go back to KC and let KC, you know, talk about some of the things that he's heard tonight because he's been following this stream as well.
She's at.
Yeah.
I pray that she's still
Right.
alive. I pray to God that she's still alive. You know, and if she is not, we need to put her to rest. When you grieve, you know, when you lose somebody, you know where they're at. They're at the cemetery. Or if you have them in the urn, you could grieve. We don't know where Jania's at. It's the not knowing that is the
Yeah.
worst.
Absolutely.
It's the worst. It's worse than anything because we don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know if she's suffering or if she's
How old is
not
Janiyah right now,
suffering.
KC? 14 or 13?
13.
My grandkids, the one that told
13,
13.
me that
possibly
story,
pregnant.
does not change. We passed lakes. Mommy and Kiera put Janiyah in the water, down in the water. It doesn't change.
The
The
kid
story
saying
does
that.
not change.
The kid
When
saying that they put the little girl in the
when I
water.
take my grandchild to bath, the one that's saying it, terrified of the water, terrified, screaming and screaming. And I have to talk to my grandchild and let my grandchild know it is okay. Nothing's going to happen to you. But from the time that water cuts on to the time that water cuts off, my grandchild is screaming.
That's crazy,
Why?
bro.
Because they know. My grandchildren know, but they are terrified. They are terrified. So that's why Jasmine was also gloating on their lives, how they didn't find any evidence in her house. If they found evidence in her house, and not trying to say that, you know, my niece isn't here with us, but there's many ways that you can get rid of, you know, someone, that you can kill someone. They don't have to bleed, they don't have to do anything of that sort. You can choke someone to death, you can drown them, you can do a lot of
We don't
things.
condone that
And
on
not
this
only to
channel.
mention, they didn't check Kiara's mom's house. They never went over there, and she lives right next door to you. So who's to say you didn't do something and happen to her next door? It just, nothing adds up when it comes to Jasmine and what she says and what she does. She tries to put the blame on everyone else, and it's heart-wrenching because, like my mom did say, it's cold outside. If she's not alive anymore, let us know. We all think about how Janiyah is supposed to be in freshman year next year, how she loved to cheerlead. She's supposed to be on the cheerleading team. I think about her all the time, and I see stuff that reminds me of her because we had a good relationship, and Jasmine took that away from us, from all of
Allegedly.
us, because of her
Allegedly.
girlfriend, because she chose to put her girlfriend above and beyond her kids and her family. That girl isolated her from all of us and her kids. She's brainwashed. Literally, she's brainwashed. And it's been like that. She's brainwashed her kids to sit here and lie and stick up and just go along with all these lies when it comes to CPS and everything.
Yeah.
She's just no good.
Yeah.
No good.
I'm just at a loss for words. I'll be praying for you all. I'm gonna continue. We're gonna continue to fight for her. And I do definitely want to reach out to some experts in the field that can help to better figure out like what they think has happened. You know, we have former FBI agents and things of that nature that we can reach out to. And while doing so, I'm urging the police department. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but I'm urging them to say something. I do believe that they should have some kind of press conference. She's 13 years old, and
Right.
let the community know just how important it is for this case to be solved. The mayor and the chief of police, if nothing else right now, if they don't have enough leads or enough evidence, whatever, it should be a plea made from city officials to the public, letting the public know how important it is for this case to be solved. And so that's just kind of where I am with that. So we're going to just continue to do what we do. If I have to issue another petition, whatever we have to do, we're going to continue to do what we do until this case is solved. Unfortunately, it's just heartbreaking. It doesn't sound very positive what I'm hearing, but unfortunately, it seems like a chain of events, wheels are going in motion until the truth kind of coming out. Well, I'm seeing that happen from yesterday to today, and I believe some of the statements that Mr. Walker has made is going to really help the feds and whoever's investigating, be able to close this case out. I'm really hopeful for that. I'm really hopeful.
Yes, I'm praying. And also one of my grandkids did say that Janiyah was staying with Yolanda Walker for a while.
Yes.
So
that's crazy.
let's get in that house. Let's, they did Jasmine's house. Let's get in that house. Let's see what they have in there.
Right.
Because they also did. I wasn't there when I found out that the feds were there. I raced over there, but they had already been there since early. But I did hear that they did take some evidence out of Yolanda's car. So I don't know how true that is, but that was said. So, they want to come on here and they want us, because for the longest, I could have spoke out about all this stuff a long time ago, and I chose not to. But they're bringing the lies out, and we just have to bring the truth out. That's all. That's all it's about. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody. All the volunteers that have came out, everybody that shares, everybody that prays for her. Back in the day, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to bring a missing one home. And we just want Janiyah home, and we want answers. We want her home. She doesn't deserve this. No missing person, period, deserves any of this. And especially a child.
Absolutely.
It's just mind baffling. Like, what could this child have done to you for her not to be here?
Right.
And for you not to show no emotion over
That's the
your
thing that gets
child.
me. The mother got zero
It's
emotion behind it,
not
bro.
Kiara's child. It's not their family. So I understand that. But this is your kid. You gave birth to her. For you not to show the emotion, for them to say, why is the grandma always doing this and doing that when the mom should be doing it? And because she says she's walked around her house, why have you only walked around your house? Because you know where she's really at? You don't want to go no further? Like, the shit just don't make no sense. None of this does. But thank you. I appreciate your time. And
All right, so get off of that. Brother, talk to me, man. What you think?
See, the thing is, it's like everybody is here with this case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so far past them, bro.
Yeah,
you
I know.
understand what I'm saying? Because
what got me, she said she wanted to get professional before we got, so you are the professional. You literally are the professional. And what I see with this, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but it pisses me off because I follow both of y'all's page, right? Just to see. And for her, it's always she's taking information that she's heard online or information that she's heard from you and then creating this narrative. And it's almost like she's just out there clout chasing and then wanting to smear anybody else that's got anything to do with it. Like discrediting people for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight clout chasing. You're literally out there. You're out there, boots on the ground.
See, what people don't realize is, let's go back to Gary PD. If they're doing their work behind this case, it's only doing work hours. For me, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, every single day, I'm working on this case of Janiyah.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. I've lost weight and etc. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need no team to be beside me, because where I'm at now in this case,
Yeah.
I'm past the the passing out flyers. I'm past the knocking on doors. I'm past walking the blocks.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been saying it for a long time, and people, some have listened, some have not. But I'm pretty sure you heard me when I say Jasmine knows what happened and where her daughter is at. And I'm
Yeah.
sticking to it and I'm standing on it. It's a lot of information that I found out
Can you
that
disclose any of it right now or no?
um, no. The reason why I say no is because, you know, how they say never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Right.
You never know who's watching. But I will say that I'm going to find Janaya. Guarantee that. It's only a matter of time. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you, brother.
Jasmine will be held accountable by all means necessary. Because looking at Pebbles live, every time that I see Jasmine or even hear her voice, it infuriates me
I feel you.
because I'm looking at a monster. Everybody else is focused on Nathaniel and uh, Yolanda and all them. My focus is on Jasmine. Now, this is what I think and I believe, and I'm gonna show facts, and I'm gonna say it. Jasmine McMichael and Kiara Bates murdered Janiyah McMichael.
Allegedly. Allegedly. We gotta say allegedly because we're on these. I hear you.
Okay,
It's
allegedly.
in your professional opinion that you think that that's what happened because we can't
Allegedly.
say this for sure. Allegedly, and from your expertise.
Right.
Okay.
And the crazy part about this is I would love to work with Gary PD with this. I would love to. But the truth is they're not working with me, they're working against me.
Yeah.
And you have to be cautious because it is a couple of family members of Kiara's that is Gary PD's PD officers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm at a point where I don't trust none of them. I don't trust the mayor. I don't trust the Gary chief of police because I feel like if they was really doing their job, then it wouldn't have been a need for me to assist his family. Think about it. If they was really doing their job, it wouldn't have been no need for me to assist his family.
Yeah.
What people don't realize, a lot of times when the families reach out to me, is because they can't get help from the mayors, the police departments. You know what I'm saying? And not even from the village. So
yeah,
when I come on board, like I told you, I come, you know what I'm saying, with the expertise of how to organize marches, rallies, search parties. You see what I'm saying? On top of the private investigation expertise that I have. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get it. I know what you
when I
mean.
step on board, you know what I'm saying, I bring a lot to the table that could be useful. I wish I can just come on board like everybody else and just pass out flyers. You understand what I'm saying? But
So
for me, go ahead,
can
bro.
I ask you a question? Because
Okay.
this I heard that too. I'm sure you heard it when she played a recording from January 3rd or whatever of you talking to Kiara
And
or
Jasmine, yeah.
to Jasmine, yeah, and apologize. I don't know what you apologized for, but that had me too. I ain't know what the nature of the conversation was, except for them trying to tarnish your name. And it
So
didn't. In my opinion, it didn't tarnish your name. But that's what she was hoping for. That's when you seen Pebbles on there smiling all big, like, "Oh, we got him." You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
can you address that real quick?
So let me address that. So with the recording, like I said at the beginning of this, you know, as a private investigator, It's so many different strategies and tactics that we use. So I've been monitoring and watching Jasmine and Kiara movements these last couple of months. You know what I'm saying? And from what I've seen is I've seen Jasmine several times in real life crying, trying to drink her problems away.
Yeah.
And etc. So when you see that, she's not she you're not looking at a mother that's missing a child. You're looking at a mother that's guilty, the
Yeah.
guilty conscience. So usually when you come across someone that's now reacting a certain way and the body language is telling you, it's time to kind of switch the roles up. So I reached out to her and I said, you know what? First of all, I just want to say, it's a lot of that conversation that they're not saying.
Yeah. I know it was an hour-long conversation. They said
Right.
she didn't play it all. She only played that one small part of it, maybe like
Right.
3-4 minutes.
So my thing is, here it is. I've been coming at Jasmine head for the longest, privately, publicly, everything. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I said Jasmine is my main target.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to Kiara's mom because, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, you never heard me really say anything about Kiara's mom, Kiara stepdad, or Kiara.
Right.
Everything that I spoke on, I dropped facts on my page, has been strictly about Jasmine. So I reached out to Kiara's mom because I'm thinking, I said, okay, one better way to send a message to Kiara, because I feel like, see, people gotta understand, it don't matter if Jasmine ended up with Kiara or whoever else she was gonna end up with. We still was gonna be where we at right now because it was so many years and stuff put out there that Jasmine made it clear that she never wanted her kids. So here we is today. Yeah, one kid missing, 6 kids taken away from her, right?
Yeah.
So how is that really punishing her?
I feel that. So before we keep going, the grandmother, again, shout out to the grandmother, boots on the ground. She been out there, right? I don't know y'all's whole thing that you got going on, right? I know that both of you all been looking for Janiyah. So I wanted her to come on because I wanted to talk to her as well. I still want
Right.
to talk to her because she seemed like she's been vocal about this whole thing and sincerely looking for her grandbaby. So that
If
was the
she's
part
watching
that,
now,
yeah, she's watching. That's her comment right there. She
okay,
said
so
you gave her
Dalia,
$500.
Dalia, let me explain something to you. I did say that, but it's a reason why I said that I can't publicly put it out there. That's why I wish me and you were seeing eye to eye, because if I don't update nobody else about this case, I would love to update you.
So why don't y'all talk? How come you and her don't talk now? Because it seems like you
Honestly,
two are the most invested into this and trying to find Janiyah. So how
honestly,
come y'all don't?
I just think that with me and Dalia, I think it from jump, it was too many. It was too many people in her ear and in my ear that didn't want us to come together. So it got to a point where she believes what she want to believe. I believe how I believe, but I also believe in respect. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, I'm willing to work with any and everybody. But at the same time, people got to understand, because of the years I have and me doing what I'm doing, it's a certain way I move and do things. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was doing this way before this Janiyah case. I didn't just pop on the scene when Janiyah went missing. You understand what I'm saying? So uh, I know the ins and outs of this. The safety precautions. And like I explained to Dalia, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot, bro. And do you know how many times I've seen Dalia out late at night searching for her granddaughter?
Yeah.
It was times I seen Dalia sleep in her truck because she was tired, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everybody else went
She's been
home,
at it, bro. I see her whenever I see anything about somebody looking for her besides you, that woman damn near lived outside looking for that baby, bro. Still to this day, and then not even that, and I don't think she gets enough credit for this. She's taken in her grandbaby since this whole thing has happened.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And for both of y'all to be as invested as you are into this, I think that whatever the situation is, y'all two definitely need to have a private talk and really join forces in this whole thing, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, she ain't holding nothing back. Dolly has been on it, and to the point where she just right now, if you listen to the live where she was talking, she literally was just putting everything out there and even calling out her own daughter. Not because she doesn't love her daughter. I'm sure she loves her daughter, but because she loves her grandbaby and she sees BS, and you the same way with that. So I think that y'all two definitely need to have a talk. And for everybody that's watching this right now, just so y'all know, this is not my type of content, right? I am a content creator. This ain't for views. This is because this little girl been missing. This is where I'm from. I'm from the 219. So this is why I brought attention to this case, right? From the beginning of it. When I first started talking about it, I don't talk about it all the time because it's not my lane. But tonight, only reason I made this live is because I got so upset when I was watching the live with Pebbles and Jasmine. It got me upset. This is the reason why, because I don't like to see somebody getting bad mouth that I've seen, because I follow your page, KC. I see him out there doing what he does and searching for this little girl. So I wanted to use my platform because I have a larger platform. We're streaming on 3 different places right now just to air this out, even though this isn't my typical kind of live. This isn't what I do. I do politics, but this is important to me. And this brother don't deserve to be drugged through the mud no more than Dalia. For people that try to drag Dalia through the mud because they're team Jasmine or whatever, I don't want it. Dalia, if you ever want to come on, you're more than welcome. You got this platform is yours as well. If you want to come
I
on,
like to talk to Dalia.
yeah. So anytime, especially when it comes to a missing child, I'm a big advocate for child safety, man. There's a lot of stuff that goes on I don't like. So I don't mind using my platform for this, even though this isn't my lane. But go ahead, brother. I ain't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clear that up for anybody that may be watching. Like, I ain't never seen this dude talking about none of this, but go ahead.
Back to the thing with Dalia. Yeah, I did say that to Jasmine, but it's a reason why I said that. Again, my strategies of how I do things, that's just how I do things. I don't do nothing unless, make any decision unless I feel like I'm gonna get something out of it, which I did get out of it by me saying that to Jasmine.
Okay.
Which I can't share publicly. But I will say this, from that conversation with Jasmine and Kiara, they have shown more guiltiness than the guy that came on my live yesterday. People don't understand that we dealing with a situation, bro, is very sensitive. And the fact that I've known since day one through the door how Dalia felt about her granddaughter. You understand what I'm saying? It's no secret. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is I'm on the outside looking in. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of information that I found, I choose not to share it with Dalia.
Dalia is asking if you could let everybody know that you didn't give her anything.
Right, I said that, didn't I?
Yeah. So he's saying that, Dalia. Miss Dalia, if you would like to come on, I will be glad to send you the link and you could come on. I would love to have you come on because my platform is, it's pretty decent and it's streaming everywhere. And there's people in all 50 states that follow me, including outside of the country. But if you want to come on and use this, this platform, and get out whatever you need to get out, you are more than welcome to, Ms. Dalia.
Yeah, definitely. So until she come on, I'm gonna say it. No, I never gave her a dime. But however, it's a reason why I did say that. How many times have we seen law enforcement when they interrogate people that they put things out there as I want to so-called, I want to say it's called bait. I have the same bait strategies as they do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anything that I say, understand it's a reason why I'm saying it.
Yeah, no, I get it, bro. I understand. I hear you. You know what I mean? For me, the most important thing beyond all of that, like Janiyah, she's still missing, and she's a young girl, bro. She's a little bit older than my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is why this kind of
My
stuff,
son age.
yeah, it's crazy. And watching these lives today and hearing I feel like when we talk about like people clout chasing, like, oh girl, Pebbles, I feel personally for me, when I watch her lives, I feel like she's clout chasing because it ends up not being about Janiyah and it's not any new information. It's gossip.
Right quick, bro?
Yeah.
If you think about it, because I've been seeing how Pebbles been trying to trash my name, right? I've been thinking and watching it. People been sending it to me and etc. My thing is, I'm not finna argue with somebody who you never physically seen out here passing out a flyer at all. All
Yeah.
she do is sit behind her little keyboard every day, searching the internet, pulling this and that. First, you talk about Elmer Bond, right?
Mm-hmm.
To Elmer Bond family, put their foot down with her. So now, since she's scared to talk about that, she's going to go back to Janiyah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is, she's doing more hurt than she's doing help with this case because she has released things out there from her receiving tips to her assuming things, and she actually has people that's following up with these tips that goes out there. If you think about it, she always telling somebody to go out there to do this, ride by there and look at that. But you never seen her actually do it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I understand, but we ain't got to give her no more attention, right?
No more at all. I
so
get you.
what do you think, because you still own this case, right? You got
Every
things
single
going
day.
on, obviously, because you just interviewed the dude. So let me ask you about that, man. When it comes to the dude that they saying with Pebbles had made allegations saying that this dude was molesting Janiyah and potentially did something after. So this is the story, right? Allegedly, they did something to Janiyah to cover up the fact that she was pregnant and she could have been pregnant by this dude or one of the other family members. So they did something to Janiyah. This dude took her in the truck and went off somewhere. Is that about the gist of it?
Far as what I believe.
No, I mean, well, that's what is being put out there by the missing, lost, and trafficked.
Well,
from what I
mean,
got.
If anybody has to go back and look at that my live video when he came on there, it's so crazy because it's I allowed him to do more talking so I could listen very clearly. Now, my thing is I'm going to open up a platform where anybody can feel comfortable with stepping forward and don't feel like they're being judged. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, this is why I need to talk to Dalia too, because she, the man who's you talking about? The man who my granddaughter said was touching both of my older daughters.
Hey, can Dalia hear me and see me?
Yeah, she can hear you. She's on the chat. She's in the chat right now.
Dalia, jump on this chat if you can, please.
No, she in the chat. That's her commenting. Dalia James.
I want her to the video pull up.
if she could, I mean, it's up to her. I got
Okay.
to send her a link. I asked Virginia if I could send her. I already sent the link to Virginia, so all she got to do is give it to Dalia if she wants to
Okay.
come up. So yeah, keep going. My bad. It's just it's
Yeah.
a whole
So
bunch of stuff.
it's a situation where, honestly, you have 4 people. The trucker guy, Kiara, mama, Kiara, and then Jasmine. Them 3, they not on my radar. Jasmine is on my radar.
So you don't think it's nobody else but Jasmine?
No, I
Without saying too much, I got you. But go ahead.
Jasmine. Jasmine and Mike.
So the dude that you had on yesterday, which I haven't watched that interview, I was gonna pull it up. I got it up right now, but it's a long one. So
Right.
you don't think he got nothing to do with it based off of what he told you?
I mean, honestly, I played it. They all know something.
Right. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It just I haven't put that effort to actually uh zero in on them like I have been with Jasmine. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I have a thing where, like I just told you, when you cut the head off a snake, what happens to the body? The body is Kiara. The body is her mother. You know what I'm saying? Yolanda. The body is Nathaniel. The, the head of the snake is Jasmine. And I just feel like even if Jasmine didn't end up with Kiara, and it could have been anybody else, bro.
Right.
What we seeing play out right now was still going to happen. Because before Janiyah came up missing, how many messages have we seen being released, paperwork, where this girl Jasmine never even wanted her kids, bro? Everything that's happening right now has always been Jasmine's goal for years. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For years. It always has been her goal for years to not have these kids.
What makes
You
you
understand?
say that?
Now I'm gonna I will say this. That's why I wish Dolly could jump on here, because I would share something with her. Why is it that August 10th, Jasmine woke up her other daughter and they went for a walk for something in the morning?
What? I ain't never heard that one. That's crazy.
The same shoes that Jasmine said that Janiyah ran away in, because these are Janiah's favorite shoes, right? How
Yeah.
how is it that Jasmine was seen with these shoes after her daughter came up missing?
Dang.
How is it that you verbally tell me
Wait. Hold on. Run that back. Janiyah's shoes that she supposedly left in is seen on her daughter after Janiyah went missing.
the shoes that Jasmine said was Janiyah's favorite shoes
Right?
that she noticed that was missing in Janiyah's room the night that she realized that Janiyah had left, after she reported Janiyah missing, she was seen in those same shoes.
Mm. Whoa.
How is it that this broad, I'm gonna call her broad. See, let me explain this. Just because a person has a title, it don't matter if you're a police officer, if you're a detective, if you're a pastor. that don't mean that you have to talk a certain way, dress a certain way, or conduct yourself a certain way. So a lot of people be like, man, how's it? He's not professional because look how he's talking. I talk how I talk.
Right.
I make the title don't make me. I'm just not the one that's gonna sugarcoat nothing. But back to Jasmine, how's it that you verbally threaten a minor that you would do bodily harm, and then all of a sudden this minor comes up missing? Jasmine said she went from, I think my daughter might be pregnant, to she's pregnant, to she's a couple of months pregnant. Which one is it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is, regardless if nobody in that family talks to me, Dalia, whoever else don't talk to me, guess what? KC still has a job to do because my loyalty is with Janaya. My loyalty is with the missing persons. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep doing what I know how to do on this end. I don't care about the credit and all that here on earth.
Right.
If nothing I'm doing here on earth would get me in the gates of heaven, it's wasting my time.
So, man, okay, so dang. Yeah, that's wild. And
And then, hold
y'all
on, I just
done
want to say, since I
scoured
got
between.
Dalia on here, at the beginning, Dalia was the main suspect that her daughter Jasmine was accusing of kidnapping Janaya.
Yeah, I remember that when
And
it first
and
all started.
who came in Dalia's defense? Me.
Yeah,
Me.
I get
Them
it.
days when Dalia dropped them videos talking trash about me, guess who was still coming in her defense? Me.
You know,
I've
that's
called
something I feel
Dalia.
everybody should
I've
be
hold on,
should
listen.
question though, is that when this whole thing started, you know, Jasmine pointed the finger at a couple people. You know what I'm saying? Pointed the finger at a couple people with no merit to it at all.
Everybody who she pointed the finger at, I did my job and investigated them. And I didn't find no evidence whatsoever of what Jasmine was saying. She talked bad about her mom. She talked bad about her sisters. She talked bad about the little boy and his mom, the Keith and them. But what normally happens when them same people that you point the fingers at is being clear? Where do you think those fingers is going to go?
Right back at you.
Now I'm looking at Jasmine. Okay, everybody you pointed out, I have talked to, I have questioned. You've seen them come on my page. I cleared them. So now let me talk to you. Let me ask you some questions.
That's when
And
that's when everything broke down between y'all.
and and just like y'all seen tonight on Pebbles Live, when Pebbles finally was finna get to asking the real questions, what Jasmine do?
Yeah,
She hung up.
I want to play that part.
She hung up.
I
Let's
want to
go
play that.
earlier. Hold on. Let's go earlier when she was on Pebbles Live again, and uh, at the end of it, she told Pebbles, "Hey, I got an emergency call from the school. You know what I'm saying about my daughter Deja. I'm gonna call you back. First of all, what school is open that late? That's number one. Number two, you don't even have custody of your kids.
Yeah.
So
So
that's, and then let me say something. Then this heifer gonna say that I done came to her house high on pills, drugs, this and that, and all this, right? Everybody know me. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Never did.
yeah, I
Ever.
heard that too in there. Go ahead.
Yeah. I ain't never did drugs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you got to look at the picture of it. She's joining forces with somebody who she see is constantly trying to trash my name.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the ops coming together to take this person down.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand is God gonna show both of them not to play with me or about me.
Yeah, I already know, my brother.
You
Believe me, I
understand what I'm
already
saying?
know. I feel that's why I was in them comments, bro. That's why I was in them comments, and I was like, yo, I can't sit here and do this. That's why I hit you up. I'm like, yo, brother, I need you to, you gotta come live, because I didn't like that. They dragging your name, and as much work as I've seen you cry, bro. I've seen you shed tears. You know what I'm saying? And spend sleepless nights going out there and looking for her, and thank God for you and people like you. You know what I'm saying? So it bothered me. That's another reason why I'm doing this live right now also, is for you to be able to speak to some of this stuff. But real quick, before we keep going, I want everybody that's watching to see this, okay? This is the interview that she did with Jasmine. Now, we are at the timestamp of 1 hour and 12 minutes into this interview, and we was in the comments saying, ask about the day that Janiyah left. Ask about the day that Janiyah went missing. And she would not talk about it. She kept talking about you. She kept talking about herself and how she feels so bad because these things happen. She started talking about her mother's past trauma and all kinds of stuff, and then throwing shade. So I want you guys to see this. This is the mother on the bottom, and this is the lady Pebbles missing, lost in traffic. Check this out.
Yesterday, saying she swears by God, basically.
Your witness is not credible. If your witness went to court, let me tell you this. The jury, the judge, the court, everybody will find her incredible. She is a drug addict. She has been hit in the head with a hammer. The lady could barely recall anything that happened. The lady is trying to put 2 and 2 together, and it don't equal 4. She's putting different scenarios together. She's coming up with things in the head that ain't all there. Let me say that. When she was hit in the head with a hammer and she had to go through all these surgeries and all of that, baby, your memory is not A1. When she told you that the police had to take her ID because of Yolanda and Nathaniel supposedly harassing them, no, they took her ID because the lady was outbursting. The lady was screaming and hollering, saying this and that. And the police specifically told Yolanda and Nathaniel to make a harassment report. If you want to go and you want to check records, do you know how many harassment reports I have made since this has happened? From people outside of my home, from people driving past, from people doing this and people doing that. Every time they did it, I called the police so I can have a paper trail of what the fuck is really going on. Because at the end of the day, from day in and day out, not only were my feet on the ground, not only were my Kiara's family feet on the ground, my kids' feet were on the ground, walking these streets of Gary with me, trying to find my daughter. I never pointed the finger at nobody. I was asked questions as the last people who dated her, the last people who talked to her, who her friends were. I answered those questions. When I answered those questions to Kevin Collins, assumptions were made. Kevin Collins wanted to be head honcho. Kevin Collins wanted to make it seem like he was that man and he could kick in doors.
I understand.
He came with those assumptions. He came with the, well, maybe she's here, maybe she's there. All of that. That's where that came from.
Can you let me talk for just a moment? All right. We could go on and on about Kevin Collins, but that I'm not concerned about any of that right now. All I know, can you listen to me? For what? More than 4 months. I'm trying to count up the months, or at least since August, right? It's January. I'm telling you what I've done. I've been reporting on your daughter's disappearance. I started a petition the FBI to get involved.
Let's be for real. Everything that you have reported has not been A1. It's not been 100% accurate.
That's why.
Where are the facts? That's
why I said, can you let me talk? Because I want to get to the heart of the facts. I've been doing everything I can to really get the police more involved so we don't have a situation that we have right now, whereas we have, let me talk, a 13-year-old that has been missing since August 11th here, at least from what you have stated, right? So we forget making assumptions. any of that. We're going to go with the August 11th. So what I want to do really that was really important is talk about August 11th. She's 13 years old. She's missed part of the school year. We'll be coming to the close of the 2024-2025 school year. That's a problem. 13 years old. So can we talk about what happened and what your daughter was doing at 5:00 p.m. on August 11th? That's where I really forget everything else. He doesn't matter. Don't nobody else matter. I just want to know what happened those hours leading up to when you realized your daughter was missing. Nothing else really matters to me at all.
Honestly, if you want me to be honest, none of y'all opinions matter. That's
okay.
what it is, honestly, because I have a whole child out here missing that we search for because people say we don't search for. We search for her. We look.
I'm not giving an opinion. Can I talk? Can I talk? It's not fair to me.
August 11th wasn't the day. August 11th was the day of her sister's birthday party, and August 11th was the day that we had the conversation. August 11th night, after that conversation, August 12th morning, when it was time to get everybody up, is when I realized she wasn't in the home.
So hold on real quick, you guys. So for the people in the comments, what I'm referring to isn't this. See, we are already an hour and 16 minutes into this. With the bashing thing that I heard, it was way earlier in the live, which I'll play that another time. Right now, I want to focus on, I want you guys to pay attention to Jasmine and her responses. Again, we are an hour and 16 minutes into trying to figure out what's going on with Janiyah, and this is the response. I'm gonna let it keep playing and we're gonna talk.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? This is very important. What was happening the hours leading up to her going to bed for the night, or at least you thought she would sleep for the night? Yes, that's important because those are the hours leading up to her disappearance. So August 11th, the day before, we know she allegedly disappeared sometime after midnight. I get that. I just want to know 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or at least if you can tell me, hey, I went to bed around this time. If you can just give me that much, what you remember her doing and what you remember happening in the house before you went to sleep, and tell me what time that was.
What happening was her coming back home from her aunt's house and us celebrating her sister's birthday, because her sister's birthday is August 11th. So we did cupcakes, sang happy birthday that night. After that, all the kids decided to play. We sat at the table. We had a conversation. She stormed upstairs to her room, and that was that. Her sister seen her that night because she shares a room with one of her sisters. She seen her that night, and Janiyah told her she was going to get water for her to lay back down. She did what she was told. She went back to sleep. That morning is when I noticed that she was gone because I'm getting them up to get them ready.
What time was that? I saw in an article, I believe that it was saying like 5 in the morning. Or do you remember around what time you noticed she was not there?
Yes, between 5 and 5:30, I was getting them up to get ready for school.
And when you checked her room, did you notice anything noticeably missing from her room?
Yeah, we did.
So did y'all notice what just happened right there? Look at that again. Look at this.
Upstairs to her room, and that was that. Her sister seen her that night because she shares a room with one of her sisters. She seen her that night, and Janiyah told her she was going to get water for her to lay back down. She did what she was told. She went back to sleep. That morning is when I noticed that she was gone because I'm getting them up to get them ready.
What time was it? I saw in an article, I believe that it was saying like 5 in the morning. Or do you remember around what time you noticed she was not there?
Yes, between 5 and 5:30, I was getting them up to get ready for school.
She puts that phone down. Her girlfriend's over there. All right.
And when you checked her room, did you notice anything noticeably missing?
You see her head was turned. She was talking to somebody. She was talking to her girlfriend. You seen that?
From her room?
Yeah, we discussed that with the police. Yes, everything was discussed with the police. You want me to go into detail? I don't have to go into detail.
Okay.
I don't owe you or your followers details.
Okay. Can I at least ask, how do you know what she had on? Because there was a description of clothing, and you said that. Hold on, I'm going from articles that I'm actually.
She jumped off that joint. She jumped up off of there. KC, you still here?
Yeah, Cash, let me tell you something. What you just saying with the whole interview is exactly what happened with me. At the beginning, Jasmine was trying to assassinate her mama name, her sister name, the little boy Lakeith name, everybody who she was trying to assassinate. She was talking to me, oh yeah, they did it, and this is the reason why they did it, and this and that. But the moment I started focusing on her reaction, what you seen tonight on that interview, the same thing with me. And I guarantee you, she's gonna be trashing Pebbles' name. But with Pebbles, my thing is, you know how many times I publicly asked for Jasmine to come on my live? You wanna know why she ain't gonna do it? Because
Because you
I'm not
know
gonna wait.
you gonna ask
I'm
all the questions right out the gate.
I'm going dead in on her ass. I'm going dead in on her. And I guarantee you, the same person who lied she's on tonight, she's finna start trashing Pebbles.
Yeah.
Because now Pebbles is asking the stuff that she don't want to be asked. And just like you've seen with several things that I posted, you seen tonight. Now, what time was she talking about Janiyah? That's the whole focus of it. Janiyah,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't see no crying. You didn't see no type of emotions. That's why I said publicly, fuck that bitch. And I stand it on it. I don't disrespect women, but when it comes down to a monster like that, fuck her. And I'm
I feel
stand on
that.
that. I know they say that you gotta say I come from a era where men protected the women, men protected the elderly, men protected the kids. And if anybody did anything to them, if the streets didn't deal with you, the police go deal with you.
Yeah.
So I feel that it's unfair that this child is still missing and she's still able to go attend family functions, enjoy holidays. My birthday just had passed. I couldn't even enjoy my virtual birthday celebration because the moment somebody commented below, mentioned about Janiyah, it hits me right here.
Yeah. I get that.
You understand what I'm saying? Because this is a 13-year-old baby, man.
Yeah.
A 13-year-old baby. When everybody else went on back to their normal lives, it was only two people out here still raising hell. Dalia and me.
Yeah.
That's what the truth is. You
I get
understand what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not no blood kin to none of them. But this has made uh, an impact in me, bro.
I get it.
So my thing is, because I have recordings where Jasmine was saying your loyalty's supposed to be with me, you know what I'm saying? Or she'll say something like, Casey, find your niece. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if this is my niece, this uncle finna find her. Even if I gotta tear down the mama and whoever else involved. Because I'm the type of person, if you give me a title, my actions gonna match it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I already know,
So
bro.
when I tell you this, bro, the truth going to come out. Janiyah will be found. Jasmine will be in jail, and whoever else that has something to do with it. But I personally think that Janiyah, Jasmine, when everything hit the fan, she's not finna go to jail. She's going to kill herself.
Oh man, can't say that. Uh
Okay,
we hope
well,
that that don't happen. You know what I mean?
bro,
We hope that that don't happen. But yeah, that's
look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Again, it's a 13-year-old baby, right?
yeah.
Why would I care about Jasmine's feelings?
No, it ain't that. I ain't talking about her feelings. I'm talking
Oh,
about the stream.
yeah, yeah. But it's so sad because I just feel like if I don't consistently push awareness for Janaya, name her face out there, people was gonna forget about her.
I feel you. But I don't think that's gonna happen, man, especially with her grandmother and you, bro. Her grandmother ain't stopped. You feel me? You ain't stopped.
Even with Dalia, despite me and Dalia bumping heads or whatever. One day I reached out to Dalia. This was after the videos was circulating of her saying, don't give Casey this, don't do that for Casey. I reached out to Dalia to let her know, hey, look, despite what's going on with her, I still care about you. I'm worried about you. Take it easy. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't because of what I heard, it's because of what I saw. I seen Dalia a couple of nights sleep in her truck, across the street from Jasmine's house in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the reactions that I've seen out of Dalia is the reactions that Jasmine should have had. They go out and print a big picture of Janaya, and what did Jasmine do with the picture? She put it in her front window like it's a memorial.
Yeah, man, that's something, and people asking about the messages from when what's her name? Jasmine was messaging somebody. I don't know who she was talking about she don't want the kids. That she's gonna sign them over or drop them off at the DCFS whatever it was. I remember seeing those. I shared those too, because it was just like, it's strange. You know what I'm saying? So I get why you say what you say about Jasmine and feeling the way that you feel towards it, because it doesn't make sense, man, why this person, like, I couldn't imagine, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I tried to imagine if one of my kids was missing, and I swear to God, bro, it made me tear up. Like, to not know what's going on with my baby. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to do, bro, when I was in prison, thinking about what was going on with my kids had me messed up. Like, I couldn't even think straight. So to be out here in the world, and then your daughter's out here missing, and ain't no trace, no trace at all, and you're not sad, and then her explanation for it was she went to prison for 2 years, and it made her have to hide her tears. So that's why she's hiding her tears. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. Yeah. That don't make no sense at all. What you mean? That's why you're hiding your tears, because you went to prison for 2 years. That doesn't change the love that you have for your daughter. That doesn't change the reaction that a human being will have for their baby that they love. Right. You know what I'm saying? So none of it is adding up, and it all makes her. I'm not saying that she's guilty. I'm just saying that's the way it makes you look. You know what I'm saying? It makes you look like a heartless human being. And then when I read the messages that she had put out, and I seen some of the posts that she had made, and it just none of it adds up. Right. None of it adds up, bro.
Yeah, I agree. And it just, at the end of the day, everybody could actually talk about this situation, but who's actually physically going out there?
Yeah.
Who's actually using their platform to even speak about Janaya?
Yeah.
This takes a village. And I feel like that same village have went on with their life. I can't even work on another case because I feel like I'm stuck on this case. Do you know how many times Janaya have came to me in my dream? I spoke on it. You understand what I'm saying? And my thing is, it's not a strange coincidence that everything that Dalia is saying that how she feel is the same thing I've been saying and feeling. But my thing is, why is it that we can't come together to make this happen?
I feel you. You know me, brother. Like I say, my platform is different. Obviously, my content is a lot different than this. But anytime you or Miss Dalia or anybody related to this case that got some kind of information, if you need to, bring it out, or if you got somebody that's missing out there, I don't mind y'all using my page for that, man. People with a platform should be offering this kind of assistance, and I don't do it enough, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, but it's just it's not my lane. You know what I mean? I care, but it isn't my lane. So anytime that you would like this platform to use it, brother, and you got my audience, and they will share everything, you know what I'm saying? It's yours.
And I definitely appreciate you, bro, for opening up your platform. And that's kind of at the beginning when I first met Pebbles, man. Before I found out that she wasn't genuine about the missing people.
Yeah.
Because when I first met her, I thought, like, man, this is somebody that has a platform that's dedicated to the missing people. Until I found out that this girl talks about everything. She goes from here, she goes from there, she goes from there. So my thing is, see, you got to understand, a lot of these journalists that you see out here,
yeah,
they befriend people to get whatever information they can out of them. Pebbles thought she was going to be able to befriend me. You understand what I'm saying? She thought she was going to be able to befriend me. And because I caught on to it, you know what I'm saying, now she look at me like her biggest enemy.
Yeah, well, don't sweat that, man. You just keep on doing what you're doing, bro.
I'm going to keep on pushing. But however, she been putting on posts saying that I've been trying to assassinate her character and this and that. But she's been watching my page, stealing content off my page. Stealing content off my page. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without my permission.
Yeah, but it's public though, man. You can't really do nothing about that.
Yeah, I know.
They do it to me too, bro. But it's okay.
Right.
But the main thing, see, here's my thing when it comes to Pebbles. I don't know her personally. I don't know her at all. But
right.
You see, with you, I feel a genuineness, man. When I see you out there, number one, I watched you out there all the way until it was cold. You know what I'm saying? Moving around, knocking on doors, trying to talk to people, using your own finances, trying to find this girl, and then Pebbles came out of nowhere. I started watching the page because the title, Missing Lost in Traffic. I'm like, yo, I support that. So I liked the page. I followed and started watching. But then I seen how it started to mutate. And how she was just she would put breaking news, and then it's nothing breaking. She's telling people to go and follow her page and to share this out because they're trying to do this. And I'm like, all right, there's that. But then she started smearing. And it's like today, I noticed, and y'all could go back and watch it, the live that I just put up here. Y'all can go back and watch it. When old girl, Jasmine, started talking, throwing shade on him, on KC, this is what you seen Pebbles do. Smiling and Latin, shaking her head, yeah. And it's like, why? If you're on the same team and this is about finding Janiyah, why are you allowing this woman who you are supposed to be questioning to try to get some information out of about Janiyah? If you're trying to do that, why are you allowing her to do this, but then getting joy out of it? I can see if you were like, okay, no, I needed to let her talk because I needed to get some information. I understand that. But why does it feel like, to me as a viewer, you look happy at the fact that she is trying to throw shade on this man, trying to discredit this man, and you're happy really about it, and you're shaking your head in agreement with her. That's the thing that got me about her.
Credible. She really didn't say nothing credible. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go speak on me, speak some facts. This girl that went from, he was trying to holler at girls and Kiara's
saying that you was messing with Kiara's cousin and you a drug addict and you was a drunk and all this. I'm like,
let me explain something. I've been with the same girl the last 14 years. You understand what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, that same girl that I've been with have also had a altercation with Jasmine over the phone. You follow what I'm saying? Then you go say, he do drugs, he drink. Everything that you was saying out of your mouth was false.
Yeah.
Show proof. But I can show a lot of proof on who Jasmine really is, who Pebbles really is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one thing about me, don't come for me if I didn't sin for you. But if you come for me, you better understand gloves is off. Because I'm
Yeah,
not,
man. But I would
I'm
say
not
this,
ducking
brother.
and dodging nothing.
I feel you. But I do want to say this before we wrap this thing up. I'm gonna let you get your final word. But I would say this to you, my bro. All right. You got a very important task, man. And I spoke to you about this before, but I'm gonna say it publicly. God gave you a resolve, bro, to do what you're doing and be out there and have a heart the way that you do, to be able to go out and search for people when you're not gaining anything from this. You're not trying to build no massive following. You're not trying to get paid. You out there literally trying to find people because that's what God put in your heart. So when you do got people like her, right, saying things about you, or anybody trying to smear your name, my advice, just from me, is don't say nothing in response to them. You stay focused on the task at hand and let people like me and the other people that are in these comments right now speak up on your behalf. So that way it doesn't take away from the work that you got going on and people can't use it against you later. All right. You got people that's going to defend you. You seen, as soon as I seen it, I stayed in there and was defending your name. Let people like me do that, brother. And you stay focused on doing what you're doing, because you wasting time on them when it comes to that. Anybody trying to throw shade at your name. And with the you and Dalia thing, whatever y'all have between you, you should probably reach out to her on your own, in your own time, and just talk to her. And whatever offense that you may have caused with her on accident or on purpose, whatever it was, apologize and be real and say, look, this is the point. I really want to help find Janiyah, and I feel like you're an asset. Forgive me for whatever it was that I did that made you feel the way that it did. I'll keep you in the loop from now on. If I do got to say anything, that's not true, to get some information from somebody, then that's what I got to do. But I'll keep you in the loop about it so that you're not caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? And you stay focused on doing what you're doing, bro, because you're doing a really good job. All right. And I don't want to see you get distracted from that, focusing on things that doesn't matter. These people's opinion about what you're doing or what somebody said about you shouldn't matter. When you're doing this kind of thing, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because, bro, you got a big task. All right. That's just my advice. I'm gonna let you get the final word, my brother. Go ahead.
I mean, you pretty much, um, I mean, you just pretty much said it out, bro.
So, my brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep bringing and raising awareness regarding, you know what I'm saying, Janiyah.
You keep on doing it. You're doing a good job, bro. And you got my full support. Like I say, my page ain't for that, but if you need it to be, it always will be. All right. Anytime you need this platform, brother, it is yours. Okay.
All right. I appreciate you, bro.
For sure, man. Everybody that's watching right now, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This ain't my normal content, like I said, but if you're into any kind of politics or funny videos or just me doing what I do, you're more than welcome to tune in for that. I do that too. I hope y'all have a good night. God bless you guys. We got to find Janiyah, so you guys make sure you share out any post that's related to Janiyah, any information, the flyer, whatever y'all do, man. Just do it and get the word out. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. KC, I love you, my brother. I'm praying for you every day. You stay strong in this fight. You got this. You hear me?
I appreciate you.
Unite, don't fight. Be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. And that's a fact. I'll see y'all tomorrow.